Hi friends, welcome to Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint on Maria's Ideas Art YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. So this design I created for our special guest. If you watch the show, this is for episode 37 in 2026. So we've been doing this for a few years now. We're all volunteers and we appreciate you following us along. We like to promote and help other people that are doing good things, other artists and musicians and creative people. We just like to have people come in and paint with us and just chat about them. And most of them have never painted or have not painted in a very long time. So it's a lot of fun to see how that comes across on their canvases. So let's see here. We are going to get started. Now, we created this. Here's the original. Now, we do these very quickly. As I'm teaching, I'm painting this. I did this within about 20 minutes. The show is an hour, almost an hour, and then we're just talking about different things, and I'm showing you step by step. But this is the original that I created during the show, and you can see the number of stars on the flag. We did change that from the design. So I created this design with my guest in mind and celebrating America's birthday of 250. And it's January, and our guest loves snow. And anyway, there's some different inspiration here that I did create. So I use the 11 by 14 canvas panels when we do the show. I don't like when the canvases bounce too much when we film, so I do use the panels. It's just a good size for our table. We have 3 of us painting together. You can use any size that you choose. We use acrylics, but I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you could transfer a design to your canvas or your wall or whatever you're painting. All right, so this way I drew the designs. I did it in a computer. You can do something larger on a piece of paper. I did print this out, and then in this case, because I want them all to be exactly the same, I printed that out, and this is graphite transfer paper. One side has the graphite. You lay this under your design, you transfer, and then it comes out here. This also comes in white if you're working on a dark canvas or wood or something like that. So very inexpensive. You could find online or craft stores or anywhere. The other way to transfer design is by using the grid method, which you may have seen if you've watched this before. You can take any size image and make it larger or smaller. You just want the proportions to be similar. This is a 5 by 7. This is 11 by 14. The 5 by 7 is a little bit narrower, but again, we can make that work. We can adjust that. I'm going to close my blind here a little bit. Okay. It's very bright today, which is a good thing, right? Here, that might help too. All right. So what you want to do is, if say you drew something smaller, but you wanted to transfer it onto your larger canvas or a wall or anything, you fold that. I'm folding the paper that's already printed or drawn into equal parts. I fold it in half and then in half again, and do this vertically and horizontally. And that will give you 16. This is going to be rectangles. We have 3 vertical lines, 3 vertical and 3 horizontal lines. And I drew over these so that you could see them. Use the color pencil. When I transfer or draw, not transfer, I take that back. That's graphite. I usually draw with a watercolor pencil if I am drawing directly onto my canvas. And the reason for that is the watercolor pencil will melt back into your paint and will disappear. If you use a graphite pencil, you can do that, or chalk or something like that. If you use a graphite pencil, you may still see it through your paint, depending on the quality of your paint and the color. So keep that in mind. You can use that, but just very lightly. Also, let's see, the other thing I wanted to mention, if you are going to do this same image that we painted, there's a periwinkle color, right? You could see it peeking through. I painted the canvas that periwinkle color first. I let it dry, then I transferred the design. All right, so let's pretend this is that periwinkle, and then we're doing the design. If you want that to peek through, you do that first, and then you would draw your design. Let's see, I'm going to take the orange pencil again. Now, I'm just eyeballing this. You can use a roller if you choose to. I'm just grabbing little point, putting a little point, top and the bottom, this general center area. Do the same thing this way, and then we'll do this again. Divide this in half and this in half. It's easier if you put the one point above and then below, and as you're drawing, you don't necessarily look where you are, you look where you're going, and that helps guide you to the right spot. They don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be straight. This is just a guide to give you, as you can see, some of these, and purposely, okay, so let's see, these are a little bit bigger than that, but once I draw it, it really doesn't matter. This is just to give us just a little help where to place things. All right, so we are going to start with the focal point, which is the snowman, snow woman, snow person. It can be whatever you choose, okay? Let's see, I will do, here's this little nose there. All right, so let's start with the head. So this is an egg shape or an oval sideways. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put some little points here first. So this is the second row down, the second one in. It's about, the width is here, and it's about here. I'm looking at the distance here and here. Comes down to about here, and then it's a little bit above the halfway mark here. So that's pretty much our shape. So now we can, I'm doing this again, I'm doing this darker just so it shows up. And you can adjust everything when you paint. This is just to give you an idea of where to lay everything in your composition. Now his little hat comes up. Let's see, it'll come up here. We don't have to do this. I don't really like to do too many straight lines, right? These are organic elements here. It's a little hat that might be crocheted. And then we have a little ball in the hat. You can make a different shape. You can create, you have your little stripes, whatever you want to do. So we have that on there. This might look a little distorted the way I have that camera angle, so I apologize for that. All right, so there's the head, and then we have the scarf. This comes down. It's about it's a little less than 1/3 of the way down. And then it comes up. You can even get this. Let's get this center ball in here. So we're coming over. It's almost halfway. Comes down here. Over here. Okay. So you can see I'm just sketching, and again, I'm doing this darker so you could see, you could do this just very faint pencil lines or chalk or whatever you use just to help you with your composition. All right, and then I usually don't draw all the details in. I do that when I paint it, but if you, just to show you here, I can do them, and then the little mouth, the little lumps of coal or rocks or whatever you want that to be. And then the bottom one comes out. And we did this. I wanted him or her to be just big in the foreground. All right. So there you have the figure. And then we have, let's see, I'm going to place the flag before I draw the birds and the arm and the flagpole, because I want to make sure I have the flag where I need it to be. So the bottom corner is right about here, and it comes up where they intersect, and it's maybe flowing in the wind, so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Again, you don't need it to be. And this goes off of the canvas, comes up here, it's a little narrower. Okay, so there we have our flag, and then our stripes will go in there. So you can see when I did this, because this is a little narrower, we have less space at the top and we have more on the sides, but again, it's okay. It's a painting, it's artwork. The other thing that I like to encourage is any of my classes that I teach classes at the National Aviary and for different corporations and businesses around the area, is try to make it your own. don't worry about making the brush strokes the same or even the colors the same. Make it your own. Everyone's art should be different because we all have our own individual views and as far as the way we see things and how we create. So, and everyone really is an artist. Not everybody cares to be, but I believe that because I've seen it in action, right? So there's our flag, all right? And then we did do the circle of stars, 13, instead of the 50 states represented there, but you can do that however you choose. All right, so I added the flagpole. So you can see we have all that there now. Now our little cardinals, we have the female and the male. What you want to do, and you can see here, if I just draw right over this, you can do 2 circles that represent the body. But I am going to put the little branch for the arm in there first so that I know where to put the bird. So let's see, we have the little female and her body is, she's about, I really didn't pay attention to which way. This should probably have been up there. So let me use a different color here. This would have been up here if I did it closer to my drawing. Okay. So then her body, something like this, little circle. You can do another circle for a head, put her little crest on there, her beak. We just have the one wing here, and then her tail. So that's pretty simple there, her little legs. And then this guy down here, he is sitting on a branch with berries on it that's off to the side. So his body somewhere in here, and you can make him a little, and move him down a little bit, make him a little bit bigger because he is in the foreground. They are, male and female cardinals are, I believe, the same size. The female's always paler in color, and the males are the brilliant colored birds typically, most bird species. That is to attract the female. So let's see here. We have a little crest, and we have his wings, tail. So again, the details get done. You add those whenever you're painting. But you can see here, I'm not sure what's going on with my light today here. There we go. You can see the male, the female, and our little guy there. So again, here's the finished product, the painting that we did. And I hope you watch our show. We do film at Johno's Art Studio, Maria's Ideas. We are in the hilltop and the Southside slopes of Pittsburgh, and we are open to the public several days a week, and then for our extended holiday hours throughout the year and events. So check our websites out, mariasideas.com and johnosart.com, JOHNOSART, if you're interested in stopping by. Thank you and happy painting.